prequel to one of the most timeless movies of all time. No pressure there. Oz the Great and Powerful. So Oz the Great and Powerful is a prequel to The Wizard of Oz, and it stars James Franco as the wizard. So the story goes that the wizard was transported to Oz in a hot air balloon like it says in the original movie, and then there's this prophecy where the wizard has to take out the witch and free the people of Oz from her oppression. So there are 100 different ways that this movie could have gone wrong, and thankfully this was actually a really good movie. It was one of Disney's best live action movies, in my opinion. So let's start off with the cast first of all. I think everyone did a really great job. James Franco in particular did a really good job. I really like the character of the wizard. I mean, he's like this con man who's just trying to make his way in the world. He doesn't want to be just an average guy. He wants to be someone who's above everyone else, like Harry Houdini or Thomas Edison. So when he gets transported to Oz, it gives him that opportunity. And at first he's like, I'm not a wizard. They just think I am. I just make sparkly poofs and have birds that fly out of my hat. But to the people of Oz, he is the wizard that they've been waiting for. And so this movie gives him a chance to prove that. And I really liked his character. I thought he was a great guy. He was really relatable. I thought he was awesome. Like in the original Wizard of Oz, the wizard sees people who he originally saw in Kansas, and he sees alternate versions of them in Oz. Zach Braff plays this monkey who's also his assistant in Kansas, and I thought he did a really good job as the monkey. He was really funny. He was good for comedic relief. I really liked him in that part. Which brings me to another thing. This movie had a lot more laughs than I thought it actually would. I thought it was going to be more of a serious movie, which it still was kind of serious, but it was also really funny and had a lot of smart dialogue. I really liked that too. Now one character that was really cool was this little porcelain China doll thing that he picks up along the way in his journey. She was really cool. She had a lot of depth, and it's this little girl doll, so I mean, they're going to play off the cuteness of it, but it really worked for this movie, and I thought that she was really likable, and if you don't like her, just jump off a cliff, please. Now this movie also introduces the Wicked Witch of the West, and it shows her origins and how she got to where she was, and I thought they did a really good job with that. Now for those people who have seen Wicked, I haven't seen it, so I don't know if this ties into Wicked at all, or if you're going to get mad that it's not the same backstory, but I thought for this movie it worked really well, and it showed how she got betrayed, and how it turned her into the witch that she was. And the person who played the witch was awesome too. I thought she did a really good job. She reminded me of a mix of the original witch from The Wizard of Oz, and also a little bit of Gruntilda from the Banjo-Kazooie games. Yeah, she was pretty awesome. That's one advantage to making a prequel, is that you can add depth to the villains and make them really cool characters. In this one, you have more depth to her. She's not just, like the generic villain that we know, which worked for that movie, but for this one it was nice that they added depth to the character. Unlike a certain other prequel. Moving on. Now the special effects in this movie, they weren't top notch. They were kind of, like March release date special effects. They were fine for the movie, but there are a few scenes where I wish they would have polished the CGI a little bit more. I mean, I know Oz is supposed to look, kind of imaginative. It's supposed to be like made for kids and stuff, but they could have, made it look a little bit better. But still, it was better than what was in Jack and the Giant Slayer, so I can't complain there. Now, this movie also tried to be kind of scary, but like kids scary, and in doing that, they did rely a lot on jump scares for their scares, so that kind of made me a little annoyed. I could tell when it was all coming. I'd literally be in my seat, and I'd be watching the movie just all like, and I could tell it was coming up, and I'd just be like, cue the jump scare, boom, jump scare. So that got on my nerves, but it didn't happen that much in the movie. So overall, I thought Oz the Great and Powerful was a really good movie. It was a worthy prequel to The Wizard of Oz, and it is actually my favorite live-action Disney movie since the original Pirates of the Caribbean. So I'm going to give Oz the Great and Powerful a B+. I really enjoyed it. I recommend you all check it out. Thanks for watching this review. If you guys liked it, you can subscribe to see more.